Hey there, One Church staff. As we said in our recent All Staff, I'm going to be putting out some different content from time to time. Sometimes it's going to be me, sometimes I'm going to share with you a clip or a video from another leader. But for this first one, I wanted to start with genuine affirmation. And I know we talk about genuine affirmation a lot in our All Staffs and at different times. And this past one, we had just an incredible discussion all the way around on our cultural behaviors and core values and just some powerful statements that were made. But let's be honest, when it comes to genuine affirmation, we're not always the best at. For some, it comes very natural, very easy. And no shock to most any of you, it doesn't come natural for me. And I know I'm not the only one that it doesn't come natural for. I have to work at it. And so as we talk about genuine affirmation and we talk about see it and say it, that it's important that we actually see it before we say it. Otherwise, it's not genuine, But we have to, when we do see it, we do also need to say it, or otherwise it's wasted. And so let me give just a couple of things that maybe will help you if you struggle sometimes with genuine affirmation, because we can be really good sometimes at the honest evaluation and not at the genuine affirmation. And for some people, genuine affirmation is easy, honest evaluation is not. But for those of us that maybe struggle a little bit more with genuine affirmation, and just to help all of us be a little better at it, let me share a couple things real quick. First of all, we say see it and say it, but it's not enough to just see it as in we run across it. I just happen to see it. No, I think we should look for it. We should look for people doing things right. We should look for opportunities where we're going around, and we'll get better at affirming and we'll get better at genuine affirmation if we're actually trying to find things to affirm people in. So let's look for it in each other, in our families, in our teams around us, and people here. Let's look for those opportunities to affirm. So not just when we happen to see it, but let's actually be on the hunt. Let's look for those opportunities. Second of all, we talk about this when we talk about genuine affirmation, but I just want to hit it again, and that is be specific. Again, it's not enough to just say, man, you're awesome. You're a rock star. And those are good things to say. We all like to hear it. But what really matters is when it's specific. And we're not just telling somebody, you did a great job up there. Tell them how they did a great job. If you're affirming somebody at the welcome tent, for instance, and man, you just did a great job with everybody today. No, be more specific. Something along the lines of, man, just the way that you gave your full attention to that person and you drew them in. I could tell you were making a real connection with them at the moment with your body language and your eyes. You weren't looking around at other people, but you were really locked in and making a connection with that person and drawing them in. Be specific when you're giving this genuine affirmation. Find those things that you can point out because it's so meaningful when it's specific. It also lets me know that person really is looking. That person really is paying attention. So it's a very meaningful, very life-giving thing when it is specific. Also, let's just be honest. Giving genuine affirmation is not always easy, not only because of our personality, but sometimes it's a little awkward. I mean, it's kind of like, hey, we go compliment somebody or say something really nice to them or affirm them in some way. It can feel a little awkward at first. So let me just say it this way. We want to embrace the awkward. All right? Just own it. Okay? It's going to be awkward, so own it. Own the awkward. Embrace the awkward. Just go ahead and just have some fun with it in the moment. Make it lighthearted where that's appropriate and just embrace the awkwardness of it and have the courage to step out. Don't wait till it doesn't feel awkward. Just go ahead and embrace the awkward and give the affirmation. Say what needs to be said. Just give life to that person. Build them up. And then finally, as we're looking at this, we want to look for those opportunities. We want to be specific. We want to embrace the awkward. And finally, no agenda. All right. When you're giving affirmation to somebody, don't have another agenda. Don't have something else that you're trying to accomplish out of the moment. Yes, we've all heard, and it's good to, if you're given some criticism or feedback, you give the positive and then the critique and then the positive, and you kind of sandwich it in there, and that's all fine and good. It's a good framework. However, the only time we ever affirm somebody is when we also want to give them some criticism or a critique or some type of honest evaluation in that way, the affirmation begins to lose some sincerity, begins to lose the impact it can have. But when we affirm somebody and there's no other agenda, we're not asking anything from them, we're not criticizing them in any way, we're not trying to get anything out of it ourselves, but we're doing this for them, not for us, then it truly is genuine affirmation and it truly is life-giving. Let me tell you something. We've got a great team here, and we want to continue to build this team here within our staff, obviously within our families, and within one church as a whole. So let's continue to get better and better at doing this and building each other up for the cause of Christ.